I just want to make sure that the workshop is recording. Okay. Good day, guys. I hope you guys are all doing well. You're speaking to Nakhane Nani. I am your facilitator for today. Don't know why my slide is moving. Okay, so I'll be your facilitator today for the COVID-19 workshop. And I would like to welcome all of you guys and thank you guys for joining. I know that you guys are busy, but you took your time and honored my invitation. So I'm very happy for that. And as an icebreaker, I think we should just introduce ourselves so that we are all comfortable. And yeah, because I just want the space to be a fun environment where you can talk or say anything, ask any questions. I ask questions, you engage, So yes, so I am Nakhane Nani. I'm currently doing my fourth year advanced diploma in human resource management. And basically, this workshop is about COVID-19, what COVID-19 is, the background of it, the symptoms, how to identify the symptoms, and all those things. I will basically go about it as we turn the slides. Yeah, so you guys can introduce yourselves. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Nakane, for the warm welcome. My name is Asema Hlempumpa, and I'm a student that just recently finished her diploma in human resource management. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Asemahle Chiliza. I'm a student at CPUT doing my advanced diploma in human resource management. Thank you for inviting me into this workshop. Hoping I'm going to enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. I also hope that you guys enjoy it, and I will officially begin. And by the way, guys, I'm recording you guys, just in case you guys are not aware, because Poppy Act. So yeah, I hope you don't mind. It's for my assignment. Okay, so I am officially turning my slides. Okay, so the first page of my slides is basically the course outcome. What I'm expecting from you guys by the time I finish all these slides. So when the course is complete, learners should be able to explain what COVID-19 is, identify the symptoms of COVID-19, be able to explain the types of transmissions for COVID-19 in South Africa. But I would like to say just worldwide, but since we're in South Africa, it's funny when I stick to South Africa. And then identify ways to prevent COVID-19 transmission, be able to know what to do if you would be infected with the virus, know the COVID-19 treatments, and etc. Um, I'm not gonna move too fast, but in between, I will be asking questions just to see that you guys are following me, and just again to make us all engage together. So we will officially begin with the workshop of COVID-19. Um, I would like to believe that all of us in this classroom know what COVID-19 is, because it's been a pandemic that has hit South Africa for a couple of years now, even. And it just feels like yesterday, but yes, I'm assuming that everyone knows it. But anyway, here's the definition of what COVID-19 is. So, according to Africa CDC, COVID-19 is a contagious respiratory disease caused by SARS-CoV-2 that causes illness to humans. Scientists are still learning about the disease, but they believe the virus originated in animals. At some point, one or more humans became infected from an animal, and those infected humans began infecting other humans. And the virus was first reported in Wuhan, China in 2019 and has now spread all over the world. So basically, in this slide, this is the background of COVID-19, what it is as a virus. And in my understanding, COVID-19 is a virus that is basically attacking your lungs more than anything, and your heart too, in some cases. And it was first reported in China in a town called Wuhan in 2019. Are you guys all following before I move on to the next slide?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Also, if you have any questions, guys, feel free to like interject and ask. Okay, so the symptoms for COVID-19. What are the symptoms? So according to the World Health Organization, most people infected with the virus will have mild, moderate respiratory illness. So it's like they have a slight fever type of thing when they first contract the virus. But then at the same time, not everyone does have symptoms. Not everyone shows symptoms when they are infected with the virus. But basically, this part of the slide just tells us the symptoms that are listed here. And I would like, so okay, let me just read a part and then yeah. So however, the okay, let me just start instead of just starting in the middle. According to World Health Organization, most people infected with the virus will have mild to moderate respiratory illness and will recover without needing any special treatment. Some, however, will become critically ill and require medical attention. People who are older or have underlying medical conditions such as heart disease, diabetes, chronic illnesses, or cancer are more likely to develop serious illness. Anyone of any age can become sick with COVID-19 and become seriously ill or die. So basically, COVID-19 doesn't have an age where, okay, it will attack the people that are in the 20 to 30 age group, or the people who are from the 40 to 45 age group type of thing. No, it attacks anyone. If it's your day to get COVID-19, basically you will get it, you know. So that's what this slide is saying. So I did this on purpose. I didn't want to list everything here because I wanted to like see where you guys are, what you guys know so far about COVID-19. So if anyone is comfortable, you guys can list any 3 COVID-19 symptoms that are not mentioned in the above description for me. So maybe 2, 1, or just 1, it's okay. I'll help with another one. Yes, I say. Mm-hmm.
The first symptom is headache, and the other one is when you have a rash. I only know 2.
Okay, that's correct. That's correct. Yes, as a matter too.
I'll just mention the one which is actually 2. One which is having a runny nose, and the second one is having backaches.
Yes, that's true. That's true, guys. Okay, so we are on the right track. At least you guys know the symptoms, so it's giving me hope that okay, we're on the same page. That's great. So I can also mention maybe 2, since you guys mentioned 2. Sore throats and also a bad tummy ache, because some people have a runny tummy as a symptom. So moving on to another slide, the main types of transmission for COVID-19 in South Africa. So I got this information from a website called Africa CDC. It's basically a website that talks about COVID-19 and all viruses actually in Africa. So I got this information from there. So according to them, COVID-19 is transferred from person to person through infectious air droplets that are through sneezed. Oh, sorry, not that are sneezed, breathed, or coughed out. It can also be spread when people come into contact with the virus, infected hands or surfaces, and then touch their eyes, nose, or mouth with the contaminated hands. So basically, what Africa CDC is saying is that you can get the transmission through someone's cough, like a droplet of their spit, basically, when they are coughing, sneezing, or even breathing. And you can also get the virus when maybe, let's say I have the virus and then I cough in my hand and then I touch my phone, for example, and then you touch my phone as well. And then maybe you touch your eyes or you touch your nose or you touch your mouth. You could get it that way as well. Are we all following? Am I explaining well?
Yes, you're doing quite well.
Okay. As long as everyone is in the same page, that's fine. So this is funny because I decided to make the class fun. So the ways to prevent the transmission of COVID. The first easiest point to memorize in preventing the transmission of COVID-19 is avoiding to touch what? To touch men, meaning avoid to touch M for mouth, E for eyes, and for nose. So I think that's quite easy to remember. I think that's how I remembered everything about COVID in 2020 when we first had our pandemic in South Africa. Because like there used to be these things at shops that don't touch your eyes, don't touch your mouth, don't touch your nose. I'm like, okay, there has to be a way to memorize this thing like in an easy way. And then I was like, oh, here's an acronym actually. So yeah, um, that's the way you can remember everything. And then moving on to slide 7, um, ways to prevent the transmission of COVID-19. So this is a continuation from the previous slide. So the wearing a correctly fitted mask will protect you from becoming infected or infecting others. So that's why you will find out in shops, they are telling you to wear your mask before you even enter, in restaurants, even walking in the park. But now it's okay because they have lessened the, what do you call, they have lessened the restrictions of doing things, you see. So now we don't have to wear masks in public, but we used to when COVID was still very intense. So the ways to prevent the transmission, basically the second thing to do is to wear your mask in public spaces, just in case you have it, you don't transmit it to someone else, or just in case someone who's next to you has it, you don't get it. And then a continuation in slide 8, by keeping a distance of at least 1 meter between yourself and others. So that's why you'll find out in queues, they have those signs that say social distance 1 meter apart, so that you guys are not too close. You're not breathing the same air, coughing the same thing, just breathing and sneezing and all those things that I've mentioned before. And then your washing of hands regularly or using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer helps too, because then you're very hygiene, you clean, there are no germs like clinging on you. So you're trying as hard as you can to keep clean and hygienic. So that too is a way to prevent the COVID-19 transmission. Are we all in the same page before I move on to our Q&A time? Okay, guys, so I have 2 questions that I would like us to engage on, but you don't have to like engage if you're not comfortable. We can move on. But I decided to make 2 questions because I didn't want to like waste your time or like ask you a lot of things, because you already have an assessment that's waiting for you at the end of the class. So yes. So the first question is, what are the other safety precautions to take in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19? So any safety precaution that I didn't put in my slide, you can just give me the answer to it. Yes, Mpopa.
Okay, the other safety precautions would be to always cough on your elbow and sneeze on your elbow.
That's true. That's true. That's good. That's good. And then the second question is there treatment and or a cure for COVID-19? Yes, Asemahle.
Yes, there is a treatment for COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a treatment or a cure, but like a vaccine.
Okay. Okay, I get you. I
I
get
don't know.
you.
Oh,
I'd like to think, let's say maybe treatment, because it's a way for prevention as well.
okay,
Yeah,
treatment.
because there's no cure yet though. Yeah. So hopefully we're waiting for that cure. We're waiting for that cure, please, to get back our normal lives. But yes, I would say that a vaccine is a form of a prevention method to prevent getting COVID. But obviously it's not 100% um a sure thing that when you get vaccinated, you're not going to get the virus. You can get it, but like the chances of you getting it are not as bad as the chances of you getting it compared to when you're not vaccinated. Um, okay, so moving right along, slide 10 talks about the treatment for COVID-19. So to answer the previous question, so there is still no treatment for there's still no treatment or cure for COVID-19. However, according to the World Health Organization, COVID-19 vaccinations are being administered in practically all African countries, making it Africa's largest ever immunization drive. COVID-19 vaccinations that are both safe and effective are a major change in the fight against COVID. So basically, Michael, it's kind of with Ms. Chiliza, it's basically kind of answering your question and answer from the previous question that a vaccine is kind of seen as a treatment, but not exactly, but kind of. So hopefully with developments from the World Health Organization, we will be ahead in the next 6 months. We can only hope. Any questions? Okay, I will move right along. What to do if you are infected? So I got this information from Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So it's also a website that talks about diseases, preventions, and just updates about all these diseases that are happening in Africa. So according to them, when infected with COVID-19, the majority of patients experience just minor symptoms and are able to recuperate at home. So this means that some patients experience like minor symptoms, not something that's bad that you need to be hospitalized. It means that you can actually heal from home by taking care of yourself. And then they continue saying that if you are infected with COVID-19, the steps to take to help prevent the spread of COVID-19 are to quarantine, which is staying at home. So the majority of persons who have COVID-19 have mild sicknesses and are able to heal at home without medication assistance, unless you require medical assistance to not leave your home. So I think we are aware of quarantining. When you get infected, you quarantine for 7 days. I think it's 7 days now. It used to be 14 days, but because the restrictions are becoming lessened now, it's 7 days because there's obviously improvements health wise. So I'm sure the World Health Organization and all the doctors that are helping to curb the virus see that there are developments, hence the change from 14 days to 7 days of quarantine. So basically, when you're infected, you can stay home. The first thing that you can do so that you don't associate with other people whilst being infected, because then the virus can go from you to other people in a matter of seconds, literally. And then you can also take care of yourself by taking over the counter medication, getting some rest, and remaining hydrated. So when people are infected with COVID, not all of them go to a doctor consultation. Some people go to the pharmacy and get medication, and then they self-medicate basically at home and take a lot of rest and remain hydrated by drinking a lot of fluids, water, your vitamin C, everything that will help you recover. So those are the two things that I decided to put in my slides. And then I decided to put a little question just to see where you guys are with this. So I'll ask you guys this. What else can one do if they are infected with COVID-19 besides the two things that I have mentioned? Yes, Miss Mpumpa.
One, if they are infected with COVID-19, can avoid public places and always stay hygiene and wash their hands regularly.
Definitely. Definitely. Hygiene is the number one. Staying out of public places. Definitely. Okay. We can move on to slide 12. Okay. I'm having a technicality. Okay. Sorry for moving that fast. Okay, we've already covered this. Okay, guys, so we are in slide number 12. So, when COVID started to become a very serious thing, like a pandemic, a global pandemic, I always had questions of the age vulnerability thing, where I wanted to know basically who is really in danger or who is more vulnerable to COVID-19. And I'm guessing some people also do want to know. So that's why I decided to like put this in class, and also seeing the questionnaires that you guys took part in. I decided to include this. So the age group, um, okay, let me read here. According to World Health Organization, COVID-19 is often more severe in those over the age of 60 years or in those who have health conditions such as heart or lung diseases, diabetes, or health conditions that affect their immune system. Um, Let me elaborate more on this. So, what the World Health Organization is saying, according to them, they are saying that COVID-19 is more severe to people that are over the age of 60 years. Basically, our parents, our grandmoms, our grandfathers. So they are more vulnerable to COVID-19. And basically, because their health conditions are not as strong as our health conditions as youth and teenagers, and also the 30s and 40s and 50s age group. So basically, they are more vulnerable, and they are vulnerable because of these things that are listed here. And also, though, just because we are not as vulnerable as them, it doesn't mean that we can't get infected by the virus. It doesn't mean that. And also, there are people in our age group that are as vulnerable as the people that are 60 years old because of their health conditions. So I feel like it also depends with your health condition, your immune system, basically. What precautions can at-risk people take to prevent being infected by COVID-19? I decided to put this question in so that I see where you guys are headed in this department that we're in right now. So can any of you guys enlighten me with this one? It's okay though if you guys don't know. Yes, Ms. Shiliza.
The precautions that the okay, fine.
At risk people.
I wanted to say that they can like eat healthy and drink water, wear a mask, and wash their hands regularly so that they can
Be
mm,
clean. Mm-hmm.
mm,
Yes, definitely. I feel like actually you've summarized it. It's it's basically all the precautions that we need to take, and they can also organize meeting up with their doctors on a regular basis just to do checkups on like their diabetes, their high blood pressures, and all those things, just to know where they are in their health, you know. So basically, I love your answer. You summarized everything. Moving on to slide 13. We're almost done with this class, guys. That was fast. So this is the COVID-19 workshop assessment that I will email to you guys so that you can just respond. And yeah, I can mark you guys, and then you guys can do your POEs if you would like to participate in the POE. But yes, you don't have to answer these questions here, but we can try to answer a few maybe, because like there are marks here that are 18 marks, 10 marks, that are 8 marks, sorry, and 10 marks. So obviously you're not going to like elaborate that much, but maybe when you're typing you can. But basically, if you notice, these questions that I've structured here are related to the outcomes of the workshop. So as I was structuring these questions, these are the things that I feel like you guys can answer, because from what I've just taught you guys, yes, ma'am, you have your hand up.
I don't know whether to say I'm a fast learner or what, but I know the answer to question 2.
Yes.
It says where and when was COVID-19 first reported. It was first reported in December 2019 in China, was it Wuhan? I'm not quite sure, but I think it's round about there.
You get your 2 marks. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much. You can go for it, Miss Khulisa. You can go for it if you want. Yes.
Okay, number 3, the first symptoms of COVID, it's headache, runny nose, sore throat, and
You've got it. You've got it. Think about it. Okay, I'll give you a 3 marks for trying, because there's also a part where you have to explain. But at the same time, you can explain when you're typing all this thing. Thank you so much, guys. I feel like you both are fast learners, because you guys are easy to engage with. Like, you even like your faces right now, you're enthusiastic. I can see that, okay, you're loving what you are hearing. So that's good. I'm loving that. This, guys, brings us to the end of our workshop. Yeah, like I've written here in the slides, we have reached the end of the class. And thank you for being patient and taking your time to listen and engage. Like, guys, genuinely, I'm so grateful that you guys accepted my invite and also answered the questionnaires that I sent you guys that I will use for my assignment. Yeah, I'm very grateful. And even you guys taking the time to even want or be willing to answer the assessment questions that you'll be sending back to my email. I'm very grateful for that. So yes, guys, and if you have any questions to ask me, I'm here. You can email as well, but you can even ask in this platform if you have anything to ask before I stop the recording. No questions, no complaints. Okay, yes, Ms. Bomba.
It's not a question, but rather thanking you for the opportunity, because it has helped us gain more knowledge on COVID-19. Thank you so much.
Anytime, guys, anytime. We are hoping to curb this virus and just make the world a better place than it is right now, regarding the virus. So it's a pleasure, ma'am. Yes, Ms. Khulisa.
I also want to say thank you for this workshop. It was really helpful and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, we're not even having like a face-to-face class where I would offer you guys refreshments, unfortunately for us. But thank you so much, guys. I'm showing my gratitude with like my energy. Thank you, guys. I can't thank you guys enough. I will stop the recording now. And yeah, this is the end of our class.